particolarmente emozionante anche
Dalla Turchia, dalla Polonia, dalla Tunisia, sono venuti qua a scambiarsi delle idee. Parliamo della propria esperienza.
Once upon a time, in a world in which people and animals were able to talk to each other, the ice melted completely because it was too warm. The world became too warm. And so animals and people started to discuss what we're going to do now. They discussed and talked, but they weren't able to find a solution together. They were not on the same page, you know. And so people, men, kids and women, decided to go living inside of the mountains that were completely now covered by the sea. So they started recreating their homes, their schools, or all what they needed inside of some tunnels inside of these mountains. There was fresh there, you know. It was not warm as outside. Time passed, millenniums, many years later. Humankind was not so aware that there was something beyond what they lived. And one day, a apple fell down from a tree that was on the top of the mountain. And this tree started to roll down and somehow entered one of those tunnels. It was rolling down and down and down and down, and people actually saw it. But that is a stone. They didn't care about that until a boy, a kid. We can think that he is 7 years old, more or less. His name was Isaac. Took the stone in his hand and said, "This is not a stone. It's red. No, I know what it is. This is an apple. I have a book in the library, an old book and an old school book, and there is there is a letter A and there is the apple. And I have also a picture in my house. There is a tree and there is this thing. I know there is an apple. Mom, Dad," he goes to his parents. "Mom, Dad, I found an apple." "No, come on, Isaac. It's not possible. It's not possible because there are no trees." "No, Mom, Dad, this is an apple." And so also their parents also went to their neighbors and say, "Our son found this thing, but he say that it's an apple." "No, come on, don't you remember? It's many years ago. Also my grandfather had it. This is a tap, you know, in the bathroom, the tap. Yes, this is one of ancient tap that they had in the past times. So this is not an apple. It cannot be possible." And so the parents actually closed Isaac in his room. "Isaac, you have to remember that there is the world outside." He was so sad, obviously. And that apple actually was thrown away by the parents. One day, other kids, Isaac's friends, were playing outside, like in one of the tunnels that became a square actually. And they saw that thing and said, "Oh, that is that thing. Oh, come on, this is it is blooming. So that is an apple. So it's really an apple. And so they started to believe him, and went back to Isaac and say, "Come on, Isaac, we believe you. We believe you. It was an apple. Now we know it. Now we know it. So we have to convince also our parents that this is an apple, and because we have to go outside there. We have to go outside and see the real world, how it is. But we cannot do it alone. We need our parents to go upstairs. So what can we do to do it, to convince them?" After some discussion, "Oh guys, I have an idea. Let's pretend to have been there. We hide for a week, and then we come back to our parents and say to them that we stayed in the outside world for the whole week. So they want to join us and go together." And so they did. They hid in a cave and waited for a week. For sure, all the parents, "Oh my God, where is my son? Where is my daughter?" They were all worried. And so after a week, when the kids came back to their parents, they were so happy to see them again that actually started to listen to them. And the kids say, Mom, Dad, we were outside, we have to go together." And so the parents started to probably we have to trust them, because they are our kids and we miss them so much. We have to trust them. It's our duty. We are their parents. And so they go upstairs. And so they climb in the tunnels and until they reach the roof. And there are actually the root of a tree. And so they climb on and get outside on a land that is up over the sea. On this land, there are trees, there are animals, there are all the things that humankind didn't have for such millenniums. Kids were running around. "Oh yeah, look at this, so excited. The adults were so worried because there were all the animals right there. For sure, you can imagine all the animals were worried too. Who are the things that came out from the sea? Isaac suddenly saw the tree. That tree. He recognized the tree from which the apple fell down. And go there, take an apple, and go to his father. Dad, look, this is the sister of that apple. This is the tree. I know that it was real. And during the excitement, they didn't realize that the animals were actually getting closer to them. The parents were scared. They wanted to protect their child. They didn't know what to do. But Isaac, in a sort of natural and empathic way, just took that apple and gave it to an elephant that actually smelled it and ate it. Somehow, with only this gesture, the animal understood that humankind was an enemy, but most of all, the humankind remembered that there is a whole world from which we are part of that is a natural one, and that probably we cannot live without it, also if sometimes we forget about it.